How many books, how many articles have you read? How many podcasts have you listened to? There was great information, things that you really resonated with, things that you're like, oh, that could be so useful. And nothing happened. Bonjour, this is Cyril from Work Smarter, Live Better. In this video, I want to share 2 simple disciplines that really are making a big impact for me. I'm on my balcony in my house in Sydney, and so I'm just enjoying, beautiful start of the day. You see around, there's we can see the sea in the background, and I'm just sitting down with a great book. So I'm reading at the moment a great book called The Road Less Stupid by Keith Cunningham. I actually really recommend it. A really great book. And what I found is there is so much amazing information really available. I mean, so many books, so many podcasts, so many articles, so many, documentary that you can watch. And so the problem is not how accessible the information is. Information today is so readily accessible and very, very cheaply. The problem is, how do we move from information to action? And so for me, there's 4 steps. The first is absorbing the information. The first step is actually selecting, let me be clear, selecting the information, then absorbing this information, then reflecting on it, and then applying it. And so first of all, selecting. As soon as I hear about something interesting, and I use my gut feeling for this, no more than that. As soon as I hear about something interesting, so I hear about an interesting book, I'll send an email to myself, say to a book to check, and I spend 2 minutes on it. When I look at it, I will go, maybe check a few reviews very, very quickly, and if my gut feeling tell me yes, I buy it. It costs me $20. I just buy the book, order it, and it just comes. If it's an interesting podcast, something I hear, I have on Spotify a list called Podcast to Listen, and I just put in my podcast to listen. That's it that I do. So my selecting is much more based on gut feeling. The second point is absorbing. That's my first important discipline to understand. Every morning I block, so I personally about 30 minutes, but even if it's only 10 minutes per day, I mean, in 10 minutes per day, you absorb a bit of information. 10 minutes per day, time 7 days per week, time 52 weeks a year, it just adds up. So personally, 30 minutes per day, even if you do it 10 minutes per day, I block one of the first things I do in the morning, when I wake up, I've got a little bit of stretch, a bit of meditation, and then I spend 30 minutes to read on my balcony. The sun is just coming here. It's just so nice. And I read something, and something interesting. So I have books that I've ordered. I've got a pile of books. I take one that I just feel like I want to read, and then for the next 1 or 2 weeks, I'm going to read that book. If I start the book and I don't like it, I stop it. It's very as simple as this. But most of the time, I really enjoy it, and I read it. And the way I do it is, here it is. These are my secret tools. So let me show you my secret tool here. My first secret tool is, and that's probably the most important one, the fluo. I just fluo the books, whatever I find interesting in it. Then I have this little notebook and pens, and 2 pens. I love my Bic 4 colors. And so I'm writing, as I'm writing, if something comes to my mind, any thought, any idea, so I write a lot on the book, ideas and so on, but also I write in this little book note, make me think about that, little mind map, little ideas and so on. And it's messy, it just goes everywhere. So that's my absorbing. My third point on this one, my third step, and that's the secret sauce, is I block an hour and a half per week during my work week to reflect on what I've read. And that had made such a difference. I block an hour and a half to review my notes, to think about it, and to ask myself, how can I apply that? How can I use this? Continuous improvement is such an important discipline. It's about learning all this new information available, but also asking yourself, how can I apply that? And so those two disciplines, the 30 minutes per day, and it doesn't have to be 30 minutes per day, even 10 minutes per day, and blocking an hour and a half per week to reflect have made such a big difference for me. So what are your discipline? What are you doing to constantly learn, to constantly improve? Do you have the right discipline to absorb information, reflect on it, and ask yourself how you can apply it? This is this week Work Smarter, Live Better tip. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to go back to this great book. À bientôt.